In the sleepy country village of Williamstown, County Galway, live husband and wife Martin and Sadie Feeney. A retired bus driver, Martin has been illuminating his bungalow and garden for over 25 years and is known locally for his classy and traditional Christmas lights display.
I started them about 25 years ago, and I got the majority of them in Canada and in the USA, and I got hooked on them ever since. It takes me at least 3 weeks plus to do that. It all depends on the weather. You know, if the weather is good and reasonable, I do them in 3 weeks, you know. But there's an awful lot of wiring and connections and, you know, to get it all right and to have it secure and perfect, you know. I try and add something special every year, you know. And this year I have done music onto them, you know. I got lots of big crowd with CDs from Canada, you know, so, and go and put then music all outside, you know. So that's this year. new thing.
Throughout the years, Martin's number one supporter has been his wife Sadie, even if she worries about him.
Martin loves doing his Christmas lights, very precise. Lot of work, an awful lot of work really. Sometimes I worry because he's getting that bit older. He'll be 81 his next birthday.
She says to me, she says, the best kick I get out of it is looking at the children when they come, you know, and they're sitting on the wall and they're looking at the reindeers moving, you know, so I think she likes it.
We do love, both of us do love it, especially for the children of the parish and right around, and I think the grown-ups like it too.
Well, I hope that they like them, but if everyone comes around and they certainly enjoy themselves looking at them anyway, you know. So, and more people still keeps coming, you know, so I must be doing something right.
Martin's love for Christmas lighting may have seen him travelling the world in search of the perfect display, but it was on a return trip to Ireland that he had an unexpected run-in with authorities.
Once when we were coming through Shannon, there was these two grey heads and two trolleys, two cases and this pile of boxes. So the man stopped us and he said, "What have you in the boxes?" And Martin said, "Reindeers."
He said, "Don't be funny." So he brought me into the security police and he put them on the scanner, you know. And he said to me, he said, "I can only see wires in here, you know." I said, "I told you. You know that was only reindeers."
So we got away with that one.
I've done American plugs, the 110 volts for the whole house, for the American lights. That's work of transformers, you know. So I got about 10 transformers, you know, converting the electric.
Now that seems to me like an incredible amount of work, rewiring his entire home to power American Christmas lights. But with so much devotion and patience, what could possibly frustrate him?
The only thing that frustrates me is when I get bad weather. You don't get so many people coming looking at them, you know. But no, I get a great kick out of it, you know, to see. And I think the people do it as well, you know. The feedback I get, it's great, you know. They come from all over.
He likes to do it himself. It keeps his brain active. But I think that is the main thing. He knows that the children like it, they're looking forward to it. The mummies are asking us when the decorations are going up. And they talk about it, you know, I suppose for quite a while before that on Santa Claus, of course.
I have raised several thousand euros, you know, and I donate that to the hospice in Galway.
According to Martin and Sadie, their annual switch-on is usually quite a small event with a few neighbours gathered. But with high hopes of good weather, some very special guests will be attending to help out on the night.
The National School is coming up this year, you know, and lots of other people. I know several people from Galway that's coming out specially.
I hope that they will all be able to come, and their parents to bring them, and that they will get excited. That's the most important for them, and they will like it and enjoy it.
I have to get a good night, you know, to turn it on, you know. And when I turn it on, the switch on, it goes in 4 sections. You know, I couldn't put them all in one. There's so many transformers, you know. So it goes on 4 sections, and I keep my finger crossed and that everything will be all right.
Good man, Martin. Think positive. It'll be all right on the night. The Williamstown Wonderland has been a hub for locals at Christmas time for almost 3 decades, with children who once visited here at Christmas now returning with their own children. Many still wonder what the future holds for Martin and his annual festive display.
Well, with my age now, I don't know how long more will I be able to keep doing them, you know. I'll keep doing them as long as I can, you know. And to be sad day when I cannot continue them, you know. I'm at them that long now, you know.
This time he had a nephew, also Martin Feeney, who was very anxious to help him. And he did come and help him and give him a lot of help, even to carry things, to do things. And it's good for him because he can learn as well what Martin does. So hopefully that we will be able to carry on for quite some time.
After the break, Ireland's most traditional Christmas light lover faces the music on Switch On Night.
It's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders because there's so many lights, there's 6,500 lights. Actually, I'm a bit nervous, to be honest with you.
And back in the Toner Christmas house, the stage is set and the crowd are heating up. But what about those lights?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch on.
It's a cold but calm night in Drogheda, where Margaret and Mick Toner, along with their legion of supporters, have put the final touches to their Christmas house display and now eagerly await the arrival of their public.
Tonight we're going to switch on the lights and we're going to have a bit of entertainment and Santa Claus.
The amount of work we've been up to here for the last 3 weeks will come to fruition.
I've been up from about 4 o'clock this morning to get everything ready for tonight. Maybe a bit of pressure today, you know, and we changed a few things around, but no, it all came together.
We checked and double-checked everything, so hopefully we got our sums right.
With an army of volunteers on standby, the Toners go to great lengths to ensure the night runs as smoothly as possible.
I have a lot of family who look after the house inside for me tonight. I have very good friends who look after the catering refreshments for the mummies and daddies, and we have a few other surprises as well.
The central figure, obviously, of Christmas for the children is Santa, who is due to arrive here at 6 p.m. by sleigh, drawn by a very, very large motorcycle. He'll be making an appearance here, much to the obvious delight of all our young people.
Mick's near celebrity status in Drogheda means he's in big demand, but I wonder if all that pressure is starting to get to him.
Mick is very good, buzzing around, you know, running, trying to get the last few minute things. But he's been good and he's been calm.
The children that come here and witness the presence of Santa every year, to see the enjoyment and to see the happiness on their faces, it speaks for the occasion that this is.
With the crowd in full festive mood, the responsibility of flipping the switch lies with Mick, who anxiously stands by in the garage, awaiting the countdown to begin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch on.
Nicely done, Mr. Toner. With that flick of a switch, Christmas has kicked off for the Drybridge community, and the Toners' countless weeks of work is finally presented in all its glory to their adoring public, who have just spotted a familiar face making his own grand entrance to the festivities. For Mick and Margaret, a reassuring sigh of relief can be had, now that the lights are on and their annual Christmas event is in full swing. I wonder how they're feeling.
I think the whole build-up to the event and the sequences in which they happen and that, and to see the euphoria of the people that came here, and the arrival of Santa in the sleigh is I think you can see it's a very unique entrance on any stage.
With Operation Decoration accomplished for another year, what does the future hold for the Toner festive illuminations, and are plans in place for next year?
I go and I look in the garden and I think, well, maybe I can do something different, and you know.
When you achieve contentment with young people, that's what makes it all so worthwhile and so beneficial, and we're very, very content.
It's Light Night in Williamstown, and local lights lover Martin Feeney has just finished his display ahead of tonight's event.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the switch on, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes right. I'm very excited because I'm doing this for 20-odd years, and this is the first time that this has happened to me. Actually, I'm a bit nervous, to be honest with you, you know. At 5 o'clock, we're going to turn on the lights, and in the meantime, the choir from the Williamstown National School are coming out to sing some carols for us, you know. And we're having a jolly good time, everybody.
2,000 years ago, he came to us, he came to us. 2,000 years ago, he came to love us all.
I'll be up in the attic, turning them on, you know, and I hope everything goes well, you know. It's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders because there's so many lights, there's 6,500 lights to be turned on, you know, and hoping that everything will go well.
As the sun sets and the frost begins to creep in, the local children are at the ready to bring the Williamstown Winter Wonderland to life, and Martin is at the ready to make it all happen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, I think it's gone fantastic. I never expected to see all those people here and children, you know what I mean? It made me feel really good. It's just unbelievable, you know. I'll never forget it anyway.
I think I worried more than he did. The only thing he was worrying about is that when he would go to switch on, that, you know, something would happen.
I think she's glad now that the majority is over now, because it was kind of a strain, you know, to get everything right, you know.
I think for the community as a whole, they enjoy it. They look forward to it. The children are always inquiring, and a lot of the grown-ups, when is Martin putting the lights out? And yes, I think they all enjoy it. And I think the neighbours don't mind either.
You'd be conscious when you see others now around the place and you'd say, that's not just classy enough. Martin seems to just have a little bit of class about it. I have 2 boys now, and they're 21 and 19, and each of them have turned on the lights when they were young, around 4 or 5 years of age. It was always magic, and a magical time for them as well, you know.
I'd do it all over again, you know, and everything went fantastic, you know. If I never put up another bulb now, I'm happy.
Throughout their individual journeys, this band of volunteers have overcome adversities and faced some hardship to achieve their goal of lighting their homes and neighbourhoods with some much-needed merriment. And you can rest assured that come rain or shine, wind or snow, these festive followers will continue to illuminate every inch of their home each year, facing all odds to ensure they raise funds for their charities and gain the reward and satisfaction involved with being a devoted decorator of Ireland's Christmas lights.
I can't speak as in financial or anything, but no, satisfaction, yeah. It is very rewarding, and I think if it brings a bit of happiness, even for a few weeks, we all need that, I think, you know, to give you a little lift.
For what it does for charities and what it gives to the people that comes here, we're very proud of that. When you see the happiness and the contentment, that is the most rewarding thing you can see.
The best rewarding part on my behalf is when I'm standing at that door when the kiddies are going in to see Santa and they're coming out and they have a smile on their face. And that is the best reward. What
happens to children when they're small and young, they will always remember it for the rest of their lives. And I'm hoping that they will be able to tell their children.
Christmas is not for adults, it's for children. And people have to realise it's for children, it's children's joy and pride, Santa. And that is what I think is most rewarding.
I think I get a great reward out of it, you know. I love to see the expression on people's faces, you know what I mean, and especially children when they come and look at them, you know. That's the biggest kick I get out of it, you know.
Oh, I get more fun than the kids. Yeah, it's great.
And all I see